Who created God? This is perhaps the most provocative and unsettling question a human being can ask. From childhood, we are taught that God created the heavens, the earth, and all things. But if he created everything, then who created him? The Bible begins with, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth," Genesis 1:1. But if there was a beginning, could there have been something before it? This question has often been considered heresy throughout history because it strikes at the very heart of faith, the origin of divinity itself. And yet philosophers, theologians, and mystics have dared to go further. Today, we will explore these answers. From the Bible to classical philosophy, from Christian theology to Jewish Kabbalah, in search of clues about the ultimate origin of everything. The biblical view is clear. God has no beginning. He is eternal. The psalmist declares, "Before the mountains were born, or you brought forth the whole world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God." Psalm 92. Isaiah reinforces this truth. "I am the first, and I am the last. Apart from me, there is no God." Isaiah 44:6. The New Testament carries the same message. John opens his gospel with one of the most profound texts ever written. "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made." John 1:1-3. In other words, God always was, always is, and always will be. In Christian tradition, he was never created. He simply exists. Even outside of faith, philosophers wrestled with this question. Aristotle in the 4th century BC spoke of the unmoved mover, an eternal reality that sets the universe in motion without itself being moved. Centuries later, Thomas Aquinas, one of the greatest medieval thinkers, revisited this idea in his 5 ways. He argued that everything has a cause. But if everything depends on something prior, there cannot be an infinite chain of causes. There must be a first cause that itself was never caused, and that cause is God. Thus, in philosophy, the question, who created God, makes no sense. If he had been created, he would not be God at all, merely another creature. The Jewish Kabbalah offers a surprising perspective. In the Zohar, one of its central mystical texts, we encounter Ein Sof, the infinite. Ein Sof is not God as the creator, but something even deeper. It is an infinite reality, without form, without limits, without time. It cannot be described or fully understood. When Ein Sof chose to reveal itself, the process of Tzimtzum occurred, a contraction, creating space for the universe to exist. From this void emerged the 10 Sephirot, channels of divine energy. These 10 emanations represent aspects of divinity: wisdom, understanding, mercy, judgment, beauty, victory, foundation, and kingship. In practice, what we call God, the Creator described in the Bible, would be the visible expression of Ein Sof. When we bring all of these perspectives together, we see a pattern emerge. The Bible affirms that God is eternal and uncreated. Philosophy speaks of the uncaused cause. Science points to a beginning, but admits it does not know what came before. Kabbalah describes an infinite beyond even the Creator. All of these traditions, in their own language, seem to point toward the same idea: an ultimate reality, eternal and without origin, that is the source of all things. In the Christian view, this reality reveals itself in Christ. The Son is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. Colossians 1:15. Christ then becomes the bridge between the infinite and the human. In the end, perhaps the question, who created God, does not have a definitive answer. Faith responds, no one. He is eternal. Philosophy responds, he is the first cause. Science responds, the mystery remains. And Kabbalah responds, before the Creator, there was the infinite. Perhaps the real question is not, Where did God come from, but how does he manifest in our lives? As Paul said in Acts 17:28, "For in him we live and move and have our being." The answer is not the end, but the beginning of a journey of contemplation. And each of us is invited to take part in this eternal search for the mystery we call God.